Yes, and I've been a Baha'i close to 50 years, Carroll County first. I'm reading a short unity prayer. O my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord, Baha'u'llah, the glory of God. This morning I had a wonderful conversation from my brother in Eldoret, Kenya. He said, you sound a little, we hadn't talked for a while. He knew what was going on, but not exactly. Yes, I've been in the throes of the International Peace Day event. So we have that here, over there. It's international. So from here to there and all over the world, people are trying to celebrate and commemorate and have and do things that will make peace in our world, in our community. That's what Baha'is do. There's no priest or clergy. We go out and do. My daughter, Lua Myers, she's going to sing a prayer. Now, the Baha'is know it in a different tune, but Lua has her own rendition. This is my daughter, Lua.
This is Blessed is the Spot. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow where mention of God hath been made, and his praise Now I'd like to introduce Terry to sing the prayer of peace, prayer of America.
This prayer for America was written by Abdul Baha, the son of Baha'u'llah. O thou kind Lord, this gathering is turning to thee. These hearts are radiant with thy love. These minds and spirits are exhilarated by the message of thy glad tidings. O God, let this American democracy become glorious in spiritual degrees, even as it has aspired to material degrees, and render this just government victorious. Confirm this revealed nation to uprise the standard of the oneness of humanity, to promulgate the most great peace, to become thereby most glorious and praiseworthy among all the nations of the world. O God, this American nation is worthy of thy favors and is deserving of thy mercy. Make it precious and near to thee through thy bounty and bestowal. So Serena will speak. You have one?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you for joining us today and am here on behalf of the Baha'is and want to thank Sandy and everyone here for welcoming us and allowing us to speak about the Baha'i faith. Baha'u'llah says about the Baha'i faith that, we believe that all religions come from the same God, that we believe in the same God, we might call him by different names, but that it's the same God that we all worship, and that, he has sent messengers throughout ages to progressively share his message to humanity. And so he says about the Baha'i faith that this is the eternal faith of God, eternal in the past and eternal in the future. So after 1,000 years, Baha'u'llah says there will be another messenger as well who will continue this revelation of God to progressively give his teachings to humanity.
The down.
Oh, sorry, pressing the other down. So Baha'is believe that the Baha'i faith is a world religion, and the aim of the Baha'i faith is to really unite the world and to bring all peoples together in one universal cause, one common faith. The traditions of almost all religions of the past spoke about a day in the future where there would be peace and unity on earth. And so Baha'is believe that this is that promise, and that today is that great day that all the peoples of the past have been waiting for to bring about that unity and that peace. And that Baha'u'llah is that great personage whose teachings all the faiths have spoken about and who have waited for this, and he is the promised one of all ages. In one quote, he says that that which the Lord hath ordained as a sovereign remedy and the mightiest instrument for the healing of all the world is the union of all its people in one universal cause, one common faith. So we believe that God, since God is, we can't access God. He's far beyond our comprehension and our direct contact with him, but that his love ceaselessly continues to pour out onto mankind, and that his love comes to us through his eternal covenant, which throughout ages means he has sent all these divine messengers who we call manifestations of God, and that they reveal his purpose for us, and that each one has progressively given the social teachings to bring about this new day where we can try to work together and bring about that peace and unity. And also the reason why it's usually about 1,000 years or so between one religion and another is because people forget after a while, and they go through periods of darkness and the dark ages, and so then he sends a new messenger to bring the new teachings for that day. So the word manifestations really means to manifest something that wasn't revealed before, to show something that is not visible. And so we believe that the manifestations are like a perfect mirror, a polished mirror, because Baha'u'llah says when you look at the physical world, there's always a physical counterpart for a spiritual reality. And so the sun, if we look at the sun as the image of God, as a representation of God, the sun gives light and heat and creates life and warmth. And so but we can, as humanity, approach God. And so if we look at a perfect polished mirror, we can see the beauty of God through that mirror. And so the manifestations are like that polished mirror that perfectly reveal God's message to us and his will for humanity for that day. So some of the teachings that Baha'u'llah believes we are working for this age are these principles, these social laws. Some of them regarding the future, he says that humanity is creating a new age of unity and peace, in which all the nations and peoples will come together in a global civilization based on the principles of justice, equality, and cooperation. He believed that this process would be facilitated by a series of changes, including the establishment of a world government, the elimination of all forms of prejudice and discrimination, the advancement of science and technology, the recognition of the oneness of humanity, the equality between men and women, and also finding the solution to economic problems through a spiritual principles. He also taught that this process would require the active participation of everyone, of all peoples, of all backgrounds, to work together to bring this about. And we see throughout ages, when the Baha'i faith was founded in 1844, technology and the Industrial Revolution started to bring our countries together and unite and build the means so that we can bring about that unity and oneness. But as Baha'is believe, you can't just expect the kingdom of God to just plop on earth as it is in heaven, but it really takes an active participation of all the members of our communities to work together. And when we look at the plight of today, we see that the world is going through a lot of difficulties and wars, and so we believe that that's when a new messenger comes, is because the world has forgotten the teachings of unity and working together. So Baha'u'llah says, "This is a day in which God's most excellent favors have been poured out upon man, the day in which his most mighty grace have been infused into all created things. It is incumbent upon all the peoples of the world to reconcile their differences and with perfect unity and peace abide beneath this shadow of the tree of his care and loving kindness." And Abdul Baha, Baha'u'llah's son, who was helped the Baha'i community after the ascension of his father, he said that Baha'u'llah has drawn the circle of unity and has made a design for uniting of all the peoples and for gathering of them all under the shelter of the tent of universal unity. This is the work of the divine bounty, and we must all strive heart and soul until we have the reality of unity in our midst. And as we work, so will strength be given us. So we see, sorry, I was in the wrong. We see that the Baha'is throughout the world, if you travel anywhere in the world, you'll see the Baha'i faith is one. It hasn't been split into different sects, and you can see that they're all working together to bring about that unity. So, sorry, I just skipped this, but basically the life of Baha'u'llah, he is the main messenger, and he actually comes from a noble family, but he dedicated his life, instead of working with the government and high officials, to working to champion the cause of justice and unity. And then the Bab was the forerunner before Baha'u'llah, and he was the gate promising the coming of this new age. So what Baha'is are doing throughout the world are they're building a world civilization together with people of all backgrounds in their neighborhoods and communities. And if you would like to find out more, you can contact the Baha'is to see what we are doing. So there's core activities such as that are part of this elements of this community life, such as devotional gatherings that are open to people of all racial, ethnic, and religious backgrounds, where people can come together, pray together, and really have spiritual conversations about themes of unity and oneness. There are study circles that really help people to think about what is the purpose of our life on this earth, what is the meaning of prayer. But again, you don't have to be a Baha'i, and the purpose of the Baha'i faith, as Paula said, is not to convert. We don't have priests and clergy, so we don't convert people, but we feel it's very important that we work together with people of all backgrounds. And so there's junior youth classes and children's classes, again, also for everyone in the neighborhood, and not just Baha'is, where they're developing powers of expression, but also spiritual and moral principles, and learning how to do service. And from these also stem social and economic projects for the needs of the community. Finally, I'd like to end with letting you know that the teachings of Baha'u'llah are not just a set of ideals, that Baha'is are working together in these neighborhoods with people of all backgrounds, and that idea of unity and the need for people to work together is essential to build a better community. And his teachings have inspired many people around the world, and the Baha'i faith has grown to become a global religion. And according to NBC, it was 2 years ago, they said it's one of the fastest growing religions in the world. So we welcome everyone to work with us to build these communities and work with unity. So I'll end with this quote from Baha'u'llah. He says, "These fruitless strife, these ruinous wars shall pass away, and the most great peace shall come." Thank you.
Thank you.